Hey, good morning, guys. My name is Lieutenant Greg Earp with the Clayton Police Department, and it will be my privilege to read to you today Froggy Gets Dressed. Okay? Are you excited? I know I am. So let's see. Froggy Gets Dressed. Froggy Gets Dressed. Looks like Froggy's playing in the snow, and it's by Jonathan London. I'm sure you can get this book from your library if you'd like it. It was cold. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. "Snow! Snow!" he sang. "I want to play in the snow." See where he's woken up, he's looked out the window and he can see the snow falling? Have y'all done that? Have y'all looked out the window and seen snow? Not this year, but maybe next year. "Go back to sleep, Froggy," said his mother. "Don't you know? Frogs are supposed to sleep all winter. Wake up when the snow melts." And there's Mama Frog and Daddy Frog. Of course, Daddy Frog's knocked out. And there's Froggy. Froggy doesn't look too happy. Froggy looks like he wants to get out there and play in the snow. That's what I'm thinking. I'm with Froggy. Froggy's got his pajamas on. "No, no," cried Froggy. "I'm awake, awake. I want to go out and play in the snow." And there's Dad's still asleep, Daddy Frog. Mama Frog's smiling like she knows something. And there's Froggy popping out of the bed. He's ready to go. I think he's going to play in the snow, guys. What do y'all think? Think he's gonna get to it? So Froggy puts on his socks. Zoop! Pulled on his boots. Zup! Put on his hat. Zat! Tied on his scarf. Zit! Tugged on his mittens. Zum! And flopped outside into the snow. Flop, flop, flop. And there he is, putting everything on his socks and his boots and his hat. And he's outside in the snow. Look at there, got his scarf on, little Dr. Seuss scarf. And looks like he's gonna try to catch a snowdrop in his mouth. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" yelled Froggy. "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. "Oops!" cried Froggy. "I forgot to put on my pants." Uh-oh. Froggy ain't got no pants on. Poor fella. I bet he's getting cold right about now. He flopped back inside. Flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat, pulled off his boots, he left his socks on, and slipped his pants on. Zip! See him tugging everything off? Got his mittens and got both feet up in there and he pulled his britches on. Then he pulled on his boots, zup, put on his hat, zap, tied on his scarf, zit, tugged on his mittens, zum, and flopped back outside into the snow. Flop, flop, flop. Us older folks, we can't do that anymore. Touch our feet. And when he's outside and he's looks like he's making a snowball. He might be getting ready to get into a snowball fight. What do y'all think? Y'all ever been in a snowball fight? I hope you won. "Froggy," called his mother. "What?" "Did you forget to put something on?" Froggy looked down. "Oops!" he cried. "I forgot to put on my shirt." "And your coat," added his mother. And he's made a snowball. And looks like the bunny rabbit and the raccoon are getting ready to make them a snowman. Mama's yelling out the window. Poor Frog, he's got to go back inside. Got his coat. He flopped back inside, flop, 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 tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, took off his hat. He left his pants on though, and his boots and socks. And he buttoned up his shirt. Zip, zip, zip. Then he snapped on his coat. Snap. Put on his hat. Zat. Tied on his scarf. Zit. Tugged on his mittens. Zum. And flopped back outside into the snow. Flop, flop, flop. How many times has he been in and out of the house? And there he is putting on his shirt. Got a yellow shirt with polka dots on it, and then he got a red coat that matches his red hat. And you know what you don't see in here? You don't see the daddy frog. You know why you don't see the daddy frog? Because the daddy frog would probably be upset if he's like I am, because the way Froggy's coming and going in the house, he's got the door open, he's letting all the hot air out. Parents ever get on you about leaving the front door open in the wintertime? Mine used to. Froggy, called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. He had on his mittens. He had on his scarf. He had on his coat. He had on his shirt. He had on his pants. He had on his boots. He had on his socks. He reached up. Yep, he had on his hat. What could be missing? There he is. He's got everything. What could be missing, fellas? What do y'all think he's missing? I think he's got it all. Oh, look there. I didn't see that. They're making looks like they're making a polar bear. That's cute. Your underwear, his mother laughed. Apps, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Oh, this is Dad, guys. She's laughing at him. Look who else is laughing at him. Poor little bunny rabbit and the poor little raccoon. I think if the polar bear could laugh, he would too. I'd be so embarrassed. I think Mama should have just told him to come back inside, don't you? Bless little Froggy's heart. He flopped back inside, flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, untied his scarf, unsnapped his coat, unbuttoned his shirt, unzipped his pants, pulled off his boots, took off his socks, he left his hat on, and slipped his long johns on with a zap of elastic. Guys, look at that. That boy's got him some nice red long johns. They're tight too. Got his little froggy feet sticking out. That boy's put more clothes on than anybody I've seen. Then he put on one sock, zoop, pulled on one boot, zup, tugged on one mitten, zum, started to tug on the other, and he let it drop and said, I'm too tired. Look at Froggy. He looks excited there, then there. See how his mouth's kind of turned down? He puts on his mitten, and then down here, he just, poor little fella, he's just, I think he's tuckered out, guys. Yep. I think Froggy's had enough. And went back to sleep. Notice Daddy's still asleep, right? Yep. That's what daddies do, they sleep. We're good sleepers. And then there he is, he's got all his clothes strewn all over the place. He's crawling back in bed with one sock on. That's perfect sense right there. And look at Mama. Mama knew the whole time, boy. He went right back to sleep. Let's see, is there anything else? Yep, one last page. Good night, Froggy. And that's it, guys. That's the book. Like I said, Jonathan London, Froggy Gets Dressed. I've enjoyed reading this to you. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Now it's your turn to go read something.